Hello YouTube and welcome to the channel. Now then, today's video is going to be an unboxing and teardown of this. It's the Flyhal 9135 Pro. If you watched the previous video when I was talking about doing a bit of research and background when you're buying some of these little RC cars, because they basically rebranded models of other people's RCs. Like this is basically made by Xinlehong, but it's branded up as a Flyhal. And sometimes you can actually save yourself a ton of cash if you just get one of these rebranded RCs. Now, I first came across Flyhal the other day as I was having a quick squint on the internet and doing a bit of research. It looks as though it's a brand that basically uses other people's RCs. So people like Xinlehong or HBX, XLF produce the RCs under this Flyhal brand, and they're basically identical to the manufacturer's models. Now the interesting thing about Flyhal is A, they're cheaper, and B, they seem to include a few more extra bits and pieces that you don't get with the manufacturer's brand, if you like. So I thought it'd be a nice idea to have a look at Flyhal, see what they have to offer, and see if it's worth actually making a purchase. Now before we open him up, I am going to take a quick look at the box this time, because if we have a quick squint on the back, and I don't know if you can see anywhere, there you go. So basically that is manufactured by Xinlehong. I'm not going to go through the various bits and pieces on the box because we've pretty much covered that in the previous Xinlehong video. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight into unboxing and see what extra bits and pieces Flyhal supply that the others don't. So in the box we get our obligatory parts and instruction manual. Now interestingly enough, it comes in several languages, which may be an indication that Flyhal is aimed at a particular region on the planet. We obviously get our truck. Now this is it's supposed to be red, but that looks pink to me. I don't know about anybody else. If you own a Xinlehong 9135 or 6 or whatever, you will instantly recognise this, because that's basically what it is. It's just it's not even much of a rebrand, because as far as I can tell the bodywork is identical, even down to the stickers, etc. We get our transmitter, which again is identical to the one you get with a 9135. Now the first clue to the fact that we get something extra in the box, we actually have 2 battery chargers and an adapter to connect 2 batteries together. So there's the first clue that with Flyhal you tend to get a few extras in when you make your purchase. Now we'll quickly whip the lid off, and there should be 2 batteries in here, it says, if I can get it off. Okay, well there you go. So with the Flyhal you get 2 500 mAh batteries instead of the one that you normally get with the Xinlehong, and you do get the ability to connect them together to the truck with this little adapter here that they provide. And obviously there's a battery strap. I mean, normally the battery just the one battery just fits in there and that locks into place. Now, the other extra goodie you get included with the Flyhal is this clear spare shell. So if you wanted to customise your truck and make it your own, you've got a clear spare shell that you can paint. Now because I'm fairly certain that this is indeed basically a Xinlehong 9135, I'm not going to do that in-depth teardown on it, because we've pretty much covered that when we tore down the 9137 that we did a few weeks back. But I'm just interested to know, I mean I know it says the Pro version, but I think it's because you get a few extra bits and pieces. I'm pretty sure the mechanicals are the same. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove a few bits and pieces and see what's involved. Well, I've pretty much ripped this thing to pieces, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's no discernible differences between the Flyhal version and the Xinlehong version, but there's no surprises there, because obviously Xinlehong made both. Motor's the same, all the electronics the same. It's got the same sort of 5-wire servo, all the running gear, wishbones, etc, etc. It's all identical. It's basically a Xinlehong. The only differences are that obviously you get 2 batteries, you get the clear shell and the extra battery charges, etc. So it does represent good value for money when it's put up against all the other sort of Xinlehong variants, if you like. One thing they have done is they've also copied the spelling mistakes off the original 4-wheel drive racing Because the bits and pieces are so similar, well, identical, I'm not going to go into depth. I'm not covering old ground. If you want a teardown video, you can go and watch the Xinlehong 917 teardown video if you want to see the bits and pieces up close. It's identical. So, would I go out and buy a Flyhal 9135 Pro? And if I was in the market for that type of buggy, yes, because it's by far the cheapest. I mean, if you were looking at buying a Xinlehong or a Hosum or a Vatos or one of the other many variants that this buggy covers, if you were looking at buying any of those, then you may as well go out and buy the cheapest and get yourself a couple of batteries in the process. What's not to like? It's all here. It's basically a Xinlehong, so all the spares, backup, etc. will be available for it. Also, if you wanted to upgrade it to metal drivetrain and metal diffs, at some point all the Q901 bits and pieces will fit, so you could have a complete metal transmission if you so desired. Also, it'll be straightforward to convert it to brushless. If you can get hold of a brushless kit for a Q901, etc., that'll go straight in as well. So if you've enjoyed the video and you found it of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. Just shows you, if you're prepared to put in a little bit of time, do your homework, you can save yourself an absolute fortune.